What's up, Marvel fans, and welcome to the first official episode of Nerdacy, your go-to spot for all things nerdy. By now, we've all heard the news spinning out of San Diego Comic-Con that Robert Downey Jr., the man who brought Iron Man to life, is set to make his MCU return as the infamous Doctor Doom. We all know Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, the billionaire genius who kickstarted the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but what if instead of being the face of heroism, he flipped the script and became the ultimate Marvel villain? Listen, the news of the casting sent fans and speculators alike scurrying to the internet to get their hands on anything and everything Tony Stark as Doctor Doom. I mean, let's face it, we've seen comics such as Exiles 23, infamous Iron Man 1, What If Iron Man Demon in Armor, Marvel Team-Ups 2, and many more claiming Hot 10 lists and commanding record sales since the first announcement a few weeks ago. First off, let's talk about why this could be the perfect casting choice. Robert Downey Jr. has a knack for playing complex characters. He brought layers of charm, arrogance, and vulnerability to Tony Stark. Now imagine him bringing that same energy, but with a darker, twisted twist. Doctor Doom isn't just a villain. He's a monarch, a sorcerer, a scientific genius, basically the dark mirror of Tony Stark. Look, Doctor Doom, or Victor Von Doom as he's known, is one of the most iconic villains in Marvel history. His intellect rivals Reed Richards, his sorcery matches Doctor Strange, and his leadership, well, let's just say Latveria isn't exactly Disneyland. But here's the twist. Doctor Doom isn't a one-dimensional bad guy. He's driven by a sense of destiny and a twisted sense of justice. Robert Downey Jr. can bring that nuanced portrayal to life, showing us a Doom who's not just evil, but also deeply conflicted. Remember how Robert Downey Jr. made us love Tony Stark despite his flaws? He could do the same thing for Doom, making him an anti-hero that we can't help but root for, much in the vein of Thanos in Infinity War and Endgame. Now just picture it, a scared, armored Robert Downey Jr. delivering monologues about power and destiny with that same charismatic intensity we saw in Tony Stark, only this time, instead of building a suit to save the world, he's wearing armor to dominate it. Now, let's get into the MCU implications. You gotta imagine an alternate universe where Tony Stark never became Iron Man, and instead he ended up on a darker path as Victor Von Doom. This could open the door to a multiverse storyline where the Avengers face off against a version of Stark who became their worst nightmare. The emotional weight of seeing Robert Downey Jr. as Doom fighting against the Avengers will be insane. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it. And with the MCU exploring the multiverse in Phase 4 and beyond, this isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. We could see a version of Robert Downey Jr. Stark who is consumed by his own ego, leading him to become the tyrannical Doctor Doom. So, will Robert Downey Jr. really pull off a convincing Doctor Doom? In my opinion, absolutely. With his talent and history with Marvel, Robert Downey Jr. could bring a fresh, compelling take on Doom that would challenge everything we know about the character. It's a casting choice that is both shocking and brilliant. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to see that? I know I do. And I think deep down, if you pull away all the layers of your preconceived notions and your opinions and, oh, well, this is stupid. If you remove the fact that maybe he's not Tony Stark, maybe he's going to be playing Victor Von Doom and having prosthetics and having his look changed, much like Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool or some of the, some of these other characters. Maybe he's going to look different than Tony Stark, but it's just Robert Downey Jr. playing that character. But we need to be mindful of the verbiage the Russo brothers used when announcing Robert Downey Jr. as Doom.
We give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
We give you the one person who can play Victor Von Doom. Nowhere in that statement do they say Robert Downey Jr. is replaying to play Tony Stark as Doctor Doom. Now, yes, it's entirely possible that Robert Downey Jr. is returning to play a version of Tony Stark from an alternate universe, giving life to his famous Tropic Thunder quote of,
"I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude."
But what if we should be taking the Russo brothers at face value, and Robert Downey Jr. isn't returning to play a variant of Tony Stark at all, but solely to lend his legacy and legendary acting skills to Victor Von Doom, effectively leaving Tony Stark where he belongs in the hearts and memories of MCU characters and fans alike, loving us 3000 and returning that love for the character in his demise. That's just my thoughts on all this news. Like I said, people are running with preconceived notions. And if you want to run out there and buy these books that are flying off Hot 10s lists of Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark, or Tony Stark is Victor Von Doom, or Tony Stark is Doom, by all means, be my guest. But until we know more about what's going to happen, I advise caution and don't let FOMO get the best of you. But with that, and like anything else on Nerdacy, I want to know what you think about it. So make sure to leave your comments below and let me know, do you think Robert Downey Jr. is going to play a good Doctor Doom? Yes, no, why? Why not? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome Marvel content. And until next time, stay heroic.